Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. Whew, man. In our last episode, we realized we completely forgot or messed up, I still don't know exactly what happened, to find the boxed iron ingot recipe, because there isn't one here, and so I think I made the wrong assumption that there isn't one, period. But there are large furnaces, and they are the ones that make boxed iron. So I really screwed up on that one. And I'm going to need to rebuild all of this because it's the wrong size, which is a bit sad. So that's a lot to deconstruct. Thankfully, we won't need as many inserters or belt sections with the bigger buildings. But yeah, that's what happened. So we are in the midst of rebuilding. To accommodate the boxed stuff, which will be good. So I actually... It's kind of funny. I guess I need to change this. How did I... Yeah, I still don't know exactly what happened. I'm very curious, but let's set up iron ore boxed ingredient. So this... Oops, where's the ingredient? Filter by ingredient. Iron ore, box iron ore. There it is. That's what we want. Ingredient input. Now it's 5 to 1, so we want 12 a second. So I mean, this is essentially what we needed to build. I think I'm just going to use max rate calculator to do the rest of this for me, because I don't want to set that all up in QoL Mod. We already set it up. Sad panda. Krydax is a sad panda indeed. Okay. Now, in a given vertical space, these should be significantly faster. But we also need to go to the right, and then paste the yield modules in. Okay, what's the rate on this? What do we got? We use up 5.483, but we can produce 10.212. So I basically still need a second row of these. Oh, but we need another layer of beacons. I forgot about that. I was gonna say, surely we shouldn't need 2 rows completely. We save a lot of modules with the large furnaces, because they work 2.5 times as fast, but still only use 2 modules. Okay, 7.9. So we're close to having... Let's kind of shorten this down a little bit. And then we will space that out. Feel like I should have one more on the bottom of each of these sections. How did those not line up? Oh, I lined up the output, but the output's offset because there's no middle of the building anymore. Okay, so this uses up 11.363, which should be perfect, and I assume if I take out 2, we don't have enough. 10.259, 10.476. Yeah, so we need two more. Okay, and these are all offset. I'll use the Dollies Okay. Ooh, boy. We really have gone and done it, haven't we? So we need 3 inputs, 3 outputs still. So I'm still going to use this method. It just fits a little more easily. Oh my gosh, that's the most annoying thing on the planet. Still in the market for a mod that prevents that from happening, if any of you know about one. Okay, and then... Now with outputs, I'll just filter them. I'll actually just do this. Because altogether, this only makes 16, 18, 22 items per second, and that's even rounding up all the time. And if we did some sort of like sushi belt, we could fit this all on one, but I'm not interested in sushi right now. So top right, bottom left, we'll still keep that rule of thumb. And then I think this is all good to go. And then I think I can just flip that. Oh, I hate this. It's so annoying. Okay. Won't let me flip it. So I have to copy that and flip it. Copy this. Flip it. Oof, I'm kind of lucky. I can move it down 1, and it still all works because of the pipe being where it is. But they're all still grabbing from the right furnace. Okay. And these come up. Okay, so input-wise... Okay, looks like we've got all boxes now. Yeah, so we'll just have one coming down here, same as before. One coming over. I feel like I was seeing non-boxed in there still somehow. We're all boxed over here, right? Box, 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 box. Yes, okay. See, like, are those boxes? No, they're not. How did that get there? Are those boxes? Yes. Okay. In any case, now we can just request crushed limestone and bauxite, which is much easier than what I was doing. And overall, we need how much? 3.2 of each. Gosh, that's hilariously small amounts. So I'll just put them on a single belt. Crushed, or, no, what's it? Is it really only that much? 3.2 graphite box, 3.2 crushed limestone. Okay. Graphite box. 50, I should probably do more than 50. 3.2. 3,300. I don't know. 10 seconds is 30. So a minute is like 180. We'll do 200 graphite box. 200 crushed limestone box. Now, can I do this? Does that work? No. I just tried shift clicking. Crushed limestone. Graphite. Bring that down. Bring this over. Okay. So we don't have crushed graphite or crushed limestone in boxes yet, but we will. And then we will be making all the iron ingots. This needs to be iron ingot box. Right. Copy those properly. Can get rid of all this boxing stuff. I guess I only need a single splitter. I still just can't believe this. Do that. Active. Now what's the total output here of byproducts? We get about 5 per second. So just to be sure, we'll do a sideways inserter. And then there we have it. Oh, can't believe it. Can't believe it. Okay, well, the good news is we're done. So, all the boxed things now. And I guess we can start doing the iron stuff. So this is where it gets tricky. Because, oh gosh. So iron, for example, there's lubricant needed and hydrochloric acid needed. Lubricants needed for the first step, hydrochloric for the second. So I feel like I should have two. Just gonna continue this beacon along a straight line. Is that actually a straight line? No, it needs to go over one to the right. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Thinking we check here first. Let's make sure we're not making the same mistakes we made before. The only things we can make these in is foundries. Okay, good to double check that. We've learned. But I think what I'll do is like half of it will go to this being plates. Half will go to rods. All of that together uses 7.8. What's our providing again? 16. And probably about half that's gonna need to go to steel, so that should be okay. Now the rates on these is small enough, I might just start using bots. I think I might call the beginning of the bot step. I was gonna use belts, but I think I just want to lean on bots a little bit more. I'm going to use a big boy supply chest here. Yeah, I just think this works better with requester and supply chests. And I still feel like I should put these on a belt, though. Maybe I'm wrong. The requester feels fine. But I feel like I shouldn't. Okay, that's only 4 per second. What about once we have more speed? At 6.3. Oh yeah, don't forget productivity. 5.661 plate boxes per second. And only 15 hydrochloric acid. Wow, I think that's not very much hydrochloric acid to get more free iron. That's totally worth it. The rate here can be handled by that. Ta-da. And then I guess we'll just set these up separately. But connect those. And connect the sludge. I assume the sludge is also pretty low amount. Yeah, 10 per second from all of it. Okay. Quester chest, but we put onto a belt. Copy that. Alright. So that'll work. We will just need to inject an unbarreler. And we'll need to do some barreling. Shouldn't do that. It's extending out past the boundaries I already put on the left here. I should stay inside. Stay inside the box, Cardex. Barreling there. For sludge. And that's going to be an active. This is hydrochloric. Empty. Request on that. Okay. So that's step 1. Set up. Let's look over the last 50 hours. Have I used more plates or rods? I've used more plates. So that's good to know. Pretty much consistently, plates are always above rods. They are fairly close recent times, though. But even in the last hour, more plates than rods. So that means having the extra beacons on the plates is fine. Because now we're gonna do the same thing, but with sheets and wires. Those both use lubricant, so we can pretty much copy this design. Well, let's see, we'll do this one. But now we're doing sheets and wires. Which one do I need more of? Iron, 50 hours. Definitely more wires than sheets. Although it's a little misleading because don't you get more? Because plates are less than 1 ingot, but rods are more than 1 ingot. And wires come extra from rods, and so do sheets. So they're probably actually pretty similar at the end of the day. We don't have a liquid output. On these. Copy that. Click, 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 click. What do we got? 8. Can use up to 5. Oh, okay. We're actually fairly close on that. Not insanely bad. How's power doing? Oh, we're still doing fine. Though it wouldn't hurt to... Well, let's turn that back on. Turn the bots on. Turn the pictures off. Wouldn't hurt to do a little more in this direction. Where's the sensors? And then I also need one of these for every block. It's really annoying because I didn't quite get the blueprints right. That will allow me to expand more power out. And then we want to copy this here. And this is going to be iron sheet box. Okay. And then lubricant. Turns a U down here. We do some unbarreling. Lubricant, empty. Click, 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 click. Okay, so that's all ready to go. But we need hydrochloric acid and lubricant. Sweet. Okay, so graphite. Where are we at with graphite these days? 407,000. Pretty high amount. We need as much graphite as about half as much iron ore. So essentially what I'm saying is if I can utilize 60 iron ore a second, then I would want to construct 30 graphite per second. So graphite is the next big thing we need. And I can't remember if I liked the methane version or not. Graphite box. Pressurized. That's probably better. Are we unlocking that soon? Is that one of these, I hope? Graphite box. Pressurized is right here. Yep, okay. So we will be able to build that, at least in a couple of researches. We wanted 30 per second, which is going to be 6 graphite boxes per second. Oh, that's so juicy in terms of the... I only need 1.5 large furnaces for that. We'll see if it's worth it to add yield modules or not. Compressed methane. Honestly, I want my... I want my methane to be a separate factory. So this is going to be a very small... My methane factory is going to be very small. And because of that, I think I do want to use productivity. But it's... Oh, right. I don't have the compressed version yet, but I think we're just going to do this. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. How's science doing? Let's just check in on it. Really bad. What the heck? Where's red science? What's going on with red science? What the heck? Oh wait, didn't I make more somewhere? when I boosted everything up to 0.6. Please tell me I put more red science somewhere. Or did I just never improve red science? Surely I'm not that forgetful. I boosted all my other sciences. Did I just totally forget? And none of the YouTube pedants caught it? You know? Pedantry has failed me. Come on, guys. You're supposed to yell at me in the comments when I miss crap like that. Apparently, I just never... And it took this long for it to catch up, I guess. Unless I'm missing something. Let's look here. What's it called? Mechanical apparatus. So the most I ever made was 36 per minute. Which is 0.6 a minute. Okay, so I did set it up right. But for some reason we haven't been getting that recently in the last 10 hours. Where did I even set it up, though? What's going on here? Thoroughly confused. Because I know I did that extra build down here of, or down there. But that's for geology packs. I don't see any more red science. But that's only 0.2 per second. That can't be it. Did I, like, just make a random assembler or two making red science and call it a day? That must have been what I did. Because those alone can make at most 12 per second. I mean, I just looked at it. So there's got to be some red science in here somewhere. Let's take a gander with the icons. Red science, red science. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, it's up here. Okay, so something has gone wrong up there. If I didn't forget, I apologize to the pedants. You guys are fine. Maybe. I don't know. You probably missed something else. Go find it. Yell at me for that. But what's going on here? So I'm just out of iron. That's not good. So iron coming up here. Coming up here. Coming from this. Here. Here. Ah. So I do need to prioritize right. So we actually get science issues if prioritization is not done properly. So we're gonna keep that going. That's priority right. And then that's what goes to make red science. Okay. So we'll keep science consistent that way. Might get a little underfed on steel, but that's okay. Alright, so that's fixed. Science should be back to normal. We'll check it in a minute if we remember. So graphite's pretty simple. We will need an unbarreling. I assume we can compress methane. Compress methane. Barrel. Yep. So that's good to go. Oh, we also unlocked the barreling recipe, so I can barrel the hydrogen down here. Hydrogen, fill compressed. There we go. What's our rate? 252. Okay. So this will always be available. Oh yeah, chlorine. Chlorine's the problem. I just don't have enough barrels. I really should make a chlorine disposal unit pretty soon. Which I actually don't even know the best way to do that at the moment. I feel like just to keep the barrels of stuff kind of reasonably. This is hydrogen. Compressed barrel is less than. What's a good number? I don't know, 1,000? That makes 4,000 barrels worth of regular hydrogen. Feels like a decent amount of compressed hydrogen. And then we pretty much want the same logic on that, right? Because these are places I can get hydrogen. And all I have to do is compress it. So I guess we want some kind of like compress 70, you know, barreling, filling stuff. Just do it this way. You know, priority, logistic, connect, something less than 1,000. So we'll copy that, because that's a pretty common need that I will have. And we'll put that up here. And that makes up to 600, so I actually need 2. Okay. These will be speed modules, and we'll just have to wait for the new recipe on that. So, chlorine. Chlorine is an interesting one. Because we need to provide chlorine if we don't have enough of it, but then we need to get rid of it if we have too much of it. Very, very complicated. Let's see. Calcium chloride 2. That's physics. We don't have that ready. So how do I make calcium chloride now, though? Oh, I have to get all the way to hydrochloric acid first. Okay. But we did decide this is the best way to avoid it. So essentially, if my chlorine barrels are to a certain amount, then we will make this. Yeah. Let's set up a voiding station. Maybe we'll put it over here in this empty space. Kind of close to the old chlorine voiding station, which has been working. It has done good work for us. And it has not failed yet. Actually, it worked quite well. I've probably wasted all sorts of materials because things haven't been prioritized properly, but it has worked. And that's what matters. Okay, so what we want to do... is this right? Yeah. I need a setup that essentially creates hydrogen chloride gas, which this will do. And that will create a lot of it. Probably more than I'll ever need. Then I need a setup that creates hydrochloric acid, and we provide both of those. And then when we overflow on the providing, then it moves to the next step. So we need barreling to happen. I think one of each is fine for now because we'll be able to upgrade the barrels probably by the time we need that much. I might need 2 for this, let's be honest. So then here we've got our barreling. And we will overflow on this. That's the wrong pipe type. We'll go to 60. And I will throw a small tank just to allow for a bit of... I don't know what the right word is. Just a bit of stocking up. What am I doing? I can just do that. Wait, no. We need tank and then overflow. Tank. Tank. Overflow. 60. And then that's provided to all these. And then water. What's the rate here? 560. Feels easy enough to throw a hydro plant. What's the rate on these? It's pretty good, right? Yeah, 340. Can I make one fast enough? Not quite. Drop some wells. Need some more wells here. Wow, that's still not enough wells. Wastewater-wise, I'm going to use the power of actual water. You guys haven't seen me do that in a while. Bet you forgot I knew how to use water. Okay, there you go. There's the water. Hydrogen is an interesting one. We're just going to import... Can I do a compressed version of this? I don't think so, because chlorine can't be compressed, right? So none of these use any compressed things. Yeah. So what we're going to have to do is decompress, which is a total waste of energy. Can we even do it? There it is, yeah. Barrel pump. We can decompress hydrogen in a barrel pump. So... Wait a second. Now that's a little frustrating. Why doesn't it just use barrels of compressed hydrogen and decompress it that way? Why do I need 2 barrel pumps in a row? One to... Blech. That's... I think they both should exist. I take it back. They both do exist. There it is. I found it. No, that's not right. No, they don't both exist. That's the filling barrel. There's no way to empty it and decompress it in one step, and I think there should be. That is simply my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, because we're going to have to unbarrel it and then put another one of these here. Empty, compress hydrogen, and then decompress hydrogen, and that will do it. Okay. Now we can still only get 200 per second, so I'm actually going to need... That can deal with up to 500, which is plenty. I'm going to need multiple of these. Okay. And these are fill hydrogen chloride barrel. Yeah, there we go. So that'll all fill up. And provide hydrogen chloride as we need it. And then we have unbarreling, probably 3 for now on chlorine. All right, so then that'll overflow and give to this, which already has the water, so then that'll make hydrochloric acid. And then we will barrel that up, same story, and provide it. Oh, I already have that set up. Fill hydrochloric acid barrel. But then we've got this set up, same way. And when it overflows, we mix it with, that's probably way too many, but we make calcium chloride. That can use 350. We're not. Oh, we're making 560. Wow. I'm 490. Okay, I mean, the rates are not crazy here. So then... Now, there's no boxed version of this, right? Hydrochloric acid plus crushed limestone. Crushed limestone box. Oh. Well, good thing I looked. We are learning to look. It's right there. Oh my gosh. Can't believe this. Much better. So then we bring in the crushed limestone boxes via requester chest. Okay. And then calcium chloride solution. Gets barreled. CaCl. Right there. I'm missing an inserter here. Okay. Then we do the same thing for the final time. And that can just be voided. Right? Calcium chloride, void. Yeah, aqueous. So we do need to deal with this carbon dioxide, though. Now, dioxide feels like the kind of thing I should probably just vent, right? Well, I set up the blueprint for a reason. Got this. I'll just use this. This'll work. This'll work. 1 to 3. And then this is compressed carbon dioxide. This is carbon dioxide, fill compressed barrel. And that should do it. Oh, and then this only goes if carbon dioxide barrel compressed. It's too small. Okay. Sweet. Are we still making barrels? we've slowed down a lot. That's really not good. I need to be making way more barrels than that. Why are my barrels so slow? Okay. Barrels, barrels, barrels. I even added more. Where am I? So let's see. I know there are some barrels up here. Do I have way too many barrels of a certain thing? It's just building up with no regard. It doesn't look like it. The highest items are all up here at the top, and nothing is barreled. Caustic solution is the biggest thing that we have at 1800. Which is a lot of barrels, but something else is going on, I believe. Yeah, I'm out of small tanks. And I'm probably out of small tanks for another reason. I'm out of... Oh, small tank 1 requires medium tank 2. That's the problem. And we all know how many medium tank 2s I need. Those are over here. And strangely enough, I think it's actually not a supply issue for once. It's just a crafting speed issue. So, we will give this guy a bit more speed, and then I will copy that. And we'll just set up another one. Oh, it does look like maybe I'm short on steel sheets. Yeah, that's it. That's what's going on. Because I prioritized... Although, it's kind of annoying. I kind of don't want these running off of this iron. I think I get enough steel without these running, because these are just less efficient. Let's just not use those. And then we'll still get 7.2 per second, up to. And that way we're using our iron more efficiently. Now, is this stuff being used somewhere? Probably. Let's see. So I don't need this belt anymore. But I might need a requester chest for steel ingots. Put them on the belt. Okay, just to make sure in case that stuff was vital to my base. Okay, well that's the best I can do without rebuilding anything. So yeah, I guess barrels need a lot of steel. Which makes sense. It makes sense. 0.770. Okay. Well, that's about all I can do for barrels. Wow, I've had a lot of dropped frames. I just looked at that. Wow, I need an OBS. Can it warn you? I should have a warning set up for that. 7.4%. What happened? I have never seen that many. So I apologize if this video was choppy. Or if the last one was choppy. Holy cow. That's far too many dropped frames. 7%. Oh, wow. I hope it was consistent dropping, because then that means it wasn't like I just wasn't recording for a couple minutes. I guess we'll see when I watch this myself later. But these things are all running now. Yeah, you can see the fluid sloshes a lot more in these pipe 3s. That's due to the way pipe 3s work. It's kind of annoying to look at, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, okay, so we'll be good over the course of time. Now, caustic solution barrels, how do we have 1,800 of them? Because... oh, these are each 400, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Maybe I should reduce that maximum just a little bit. Help myself with some barrel action. Okay, so still have one more research before I can do this methane stuff, but we're almost there. And then we did set up chlorine. We also need to deal... oops. We need... wait, so is this working now? Yeah, there's hydrochloric acid up here now, which is good. Oh, I mean, we need to make lubricant. So why are these not running yet? What am I missing again? Oh, just the limestone and the graphite. Okay, so limestone. I guess that would be the next big idea. And then we're going to have to void stone and gravel. And we'll probably use most of it, I'm guessing. But we can always tie it in to the system I just made with chlorine stuff. Like, if I'm going to vent the calcium chloride anyway, why don't I first, you know, use the hydrochloric to vent mineral dust? But there might... I've probably unlocked something better by now. Okay, so crushed limestone. We're just going to come up this way. Do that. And this one's pretty simple. I just need some crushers. And it's that easy. Unless I'm missing something. Well, looks good to me. Input rate 0.8, output rates, and the 0.54. Range, have I dropped more frames? Nope, still at 32,000. That's discomforting. That should be plenty. Now what's the total output rate? Less than 15 a second. So we can just put that all on one belt. And then stone to the right, boxed stone to the right. And we'll do an active there and a passive here. And that's it. So there's our crushed limestone. Oh, should I do... I should probably do productivity modules on this. Although I guess I already set it up to be fast enough to handle all that, so I might as well leave it on yield, since that's what I went with. Though those are a lot of power. I'd save power if I went with regular productivity. But not a ton, because the crafting speed's boosted all the way back up to plus 98%. So the extra power that these add is nullified a little bit by the extra speed from all the other stuff that doesn't cost extra power. But that should, let's see, that should have gotten this calcium chloride going, right? Or no, we're not overflowing hydrochloric yet. Okay. But it will. And then, so if I have boxes of stone, easiest way to, well, I can turn it into boxes of gravel. We'll use that for various things. But then when I have too much, yeah, I'll just turn it into sand and mineral dust. Sand will be actively provided and used first. And then mineral dust, I can get rid of, well, in all the old ways. We can also get rid of it with sulfuric acid, which is interesting. Turn it into sludge. And what do I do with sludge again? I mix it with seawater or fresh water. Okay. So it's basically a void. So what would I rather do? Make 30 hydrochloric acid or make 40 sulfuric acid? This is also 3 times faster in terms of how much mineral dust gets voided per flotation cell. So that makes me inclined a little bit to want to use the sulfuric acid route. 40 sulfuric acid is equivalent to 16 sulfur dioxide, which is made... What even is that? 7.5 per second to make 100. So it's like one of these running constantly, which is requiring only like 30 volcanic gas per second. Interesting. I guess maybe that's what we want to do. And it would require a lot less stuff. Yeah, I mean, let's just go with the more efficient recipes at every turn. I think that's generally how we want to run things. Okay, so this feels like a good place to add a couple more beacons, because then I can do some of that here, gravel box. So these will only run if stone is above a certain number. So this will only run if stone box is greater than 1,000. And then get rid of all those, active provider. And then gravel going to mineral dust in flotation cells can be... Yeah, I'll put them over here. None of these are mineral dust. What am I doing? Oh, I need to crush it into mineral dust. That's right. So then 4 more, why not? I don't know how many we're gonna need. It seems like the ability to get rid of quite a bit of stone, but it's probably not enough. We can always just copy it though. So then these probably don't need that many. 60 should be fine. Doesn't even use 1 a second. And these circuit conditions connect only if gravel box is greater than 1,000. Okay. Ta-da! And then those all go into an active provider chest. It should maybe be a bit higher. Okay, so then that's all set up. Let's throw some storage over here. So then we'll have sand. We'll just want to use sand if sand is above a certain amount. We'll use the sand from the network rather than sand we're producing from sandstone. Or a better way to think about it is I will only produce sandstone if it's below a certain amount. That's probably a better way to do it. And then we'll have sand voiding at some point. Sand voiding. And now mineral dust. And we've got stone and gravel taken care of. So I can delete those. Okay, we're at 47% on the research before I can get graphite boxes going. How's everything else treating me? These are stopped up because of chlorine. Chlorine's stopped up because of not having barrels. So, I mean, that makes sense. Barrels are a bit of an issue right now because of steel being short. Where are barrels at? Really bad. At 0 even. It's been really good at times. We're at 0. That's so bad. I guess because it makes 5 at a time, it kind of fluctuates, but still. What's happening? All my steel. We just don't have enough steel. It's that simple. What's fun is as soon as I get graphite going, then I'll have my new iron block, which can give iron back to here and make my steel go crazy awesome. It actually looks like the issue is a little bit the speed of these. Ooh, can I do large furnaces? Or do they not work with this recipe? Oh, I'd have to box everything. That doesn't feel worth it. That doesn't feel worth it at all. Let's just try to fit one more in here. do that. Fit another couple beacons in here. That uses exactly 15 iron. Well, not exactly, but approximately would be a better word to use there. We already went full yield on these bad boys, so there's nothing I can do there. I guess I can go full yield on these just to get a bit more. Will that get me to, yeah, 33.4 per second. So we should see an entirely full belt. Why are we not seeing a full belt? That feels very strange that the belt's not entire. Oh, because the gravel isn't being taken off of it. Why am I doing it that way? That's a stupid way to do it. These should be putting on multiple sides of the belt, and then the filter thingy will take care of that. There, that should get it going properly. Yeah, that's an entirely full belt of crushed iron. And then we actually have an output issue here. 23 plus, yeah, okay, that's too much. So how do I fix this? I guess right here, we go outside, and then we come back. And what even is happening here?